Over the years, China has been steadily climbing the ranks in the world of aerial technology. From the maiden flight of the Chengdu J-20 to the advancements in their fifth-generation fighters, the nation has been showcasing its determination to excel in the skies. However, what's truly caught the world's attention is the astonishing news that China's aerospace industry has now leaped ahead, even surpassing Russia, and is poised to challenge the aviation supremacy of the United States. China's sixth-generation aircraft program has been making waves, and the global aviation community is buzzing with curiosity and excitement. The shock waves are reverberating throughout the defense corridors, and everyone is wondering how China managed to pull off this incredible feat while keeping their developments largely hidden from the world. Join us as we explore what we know about the Chinese billion-dollar sixth-generation fighter jet that shocked the U.S. A lot of sixth-generation fighter jets are in the works due to the rapid advancements in technology for aerial warfare, and there's a competition going on among various programs to create these new jets. One of the prominent ones is the Next Generation of Air Dominance, also known as NGAD program. NGAD is often used to talk about the core of the program, which is a sixth-generation manned jet set to replace the F-22 Raptor. This new jet is expected to be operational sometime in the 2030s. In 2020, at least one prototype out of a minimum of 3 took flight. And now, the program is moving into the engineering, manufacturing, and development phase. The United States Air Force is planning to award the NGAD contract in 2024. They've allocated a whopping $16 billion for the research, development, testing, and evaluation of this new generation aircraft over the next 5 years, and it's a lucrative endeavor. They want to own the intellectual property right from the start and be able to seamlessly integrate new technologies from other companies or quickly fix things themselves. The NGAD jet is also going to team up with collaborative combat aircraft drones, and these drones will have their separate contract. Making these drones work together with the manned jets is a big deal for the winning NGAD design. The U.S. Air Force plans to get their hands on about 200 NGAD jets and 1,000 CCAs. While we don't have the exact cost per jet, it's likely to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, but with lower operating costs compared to the F-22. Now, as the U.S. is working on its sixth-generation NGAD jets, China is also racing to develop its own, and the recent revelation of the jet has shocked the United States. China is rising fast, making waves with its advanced weaponry. Leaked images and rumors are sparking excitement about China's secretive hypersonic aircraft that could hit Mach 10 speeds, and this could potentially revolutionize modern warfare. Swift fighter jets, along with their powerful weaponry, have been a focus for air forces since World War II. Historically, the Soviet Union, now Russia, was the main source of airborne threats. But now China is making its move, overtaking Russia in developing top-notch indigenous combat aircraft, sensors, and missiles. Back in the 1950s, the Soviet Union gave China a head start with MiG-15 jets and Russian pilots, which shifted the dynamics of the Korean War. China then went on to create its versions like the J-5, J-6, and J-7 fighters. Russia later delivered fourth-generation Su-27 and Su-30 flanker fighters to China. These potent two-engine fighters were renowned for their maneuverability. China's latest planes have, however, been observed to now sport more advanced armaments and avionics compared to Russian models. And the reasons behind this are clear. China spends way more on its military than Russia, with a defense budget 3 times bigger. Also, because China is a force in the civilian electronics sector, it has a leg up in producing advanced avionics and sensors. Interestingly, China has a knack for copying tech from around the world as well. Now that the country has unveiled its highly anticipated sixth-generation stealth fighter, we can see that its design is mind-blowing, with stealthy features and diamond-shaped wings. These innovations make it agile and hard to detect. This fighter could take China's aerial prowess to new heights. While everyone knows the U.S. NGAD program is a powerhouse, focusing on advanced sensors, real-time data, and AI to assist pilots, China's planned invention, the J-28X Blackfire, is shrouded in secrecy. But it's rumored to be AI-driven too, with advanced decision-making capabilities. Hypersonic technology, which allows aircraft to cover vast distances in a short time, is a big highlight of this fighter jet too. China is heavily invested in it, simulating extreme flight conditions in hypersonic wind tunnels. This sets them up for an edge in the race for hypersonic-capable sixth-generation fighters. China's rapid progress in hypersonic technology could shift the dominance held by the U.S. These sixth-gen fighters present a challenge to existing air defense systems, making nations rethink their strategies. The NGAD is focusing on technological superiority, integrating advanced sensors, precision strikes, and electronic warfare. But China's approach is different, with their J-28X Blackfire rumored to prioritize agility, advanced AI systems, and adaptability. Their system of centralized development also enables quick decision-making. Another reason the U.S. is concerned about China's progress is because of how advanced their fifth-generation J-20 was. The story of the J-20 began with the JXX program in the early 90s. It was an ambitious initiative by the Chinese government to develop the next-gen fighter because China was quite far from successfully building such an aircraft at the time. It's almost miraculous that anything was accomplished at all. They lacked the know-how, engines, and experience with stealth technology. What they did have was a history of copying Soviet aircraft during the Cold War, and of course money, and they put those into really good use. The fall of their long-term ally, the Soviet Union, turned out to be essential for their success. The first step towards building the new fighter was acquiring top-tier Soviet tech from the newly formed Russian and Ukrainian governments, who were desperate for cash during the 90s and early 2000s. The second step was a massive data leak of F-35 documentation orchestrated by Chinese hackers in 2009. In essence, China gathered as much as it could, aiming to build its new jet with a blend of experiences from both sides, making it a fusion of Eastern and Western influences. In 2011, Chengdu Aircraft Corporation unveiled their prototype of this fifth-generation fighter, beating out Shenyang in 2008. However, the world met it with skepticism. When images of the J-20 performing ground tests emerged, experts were quick to downplay its significance, labeling it just another Chinese copycat technology demonstrator. To be fair, at that time it wasn't much more than that. Yet, the design was grounded in mature stealth concepts from the F-22 and F-35, with some added basic delta wings and a canard design. The J-20 is massive, 21.4 meters in length, making it the largest fifth-generation aircraft. Its canards complement its delta wing configuration, compensating for instability caused by the lack of horizontal stabilizers at the back. Vertical stabilizers, similar to the F-35, are fully movable, and the aircraft's nose is reminiscent of the F-22 and F-35 designs. The missile bay is divided into 3 compartments, and an interesting detail is the way the side missile doors close, deploying the missile on the outside during combat for reduced drag and energy consumption. This fighter can carry 6 missiles internally and has the option for additional pylons on the wings. Borrowing solutions from other aircraft, the J-20 combines elements in an interesting and functional design. The biggest issue in Chinese aviation has been engines, which have gradually improved. The WS-10C engines used now are better, but the lack of supercruise capability remains a challenge. As for stealth performance, the J-20 has integrated optical targeting systems, engine nozzles that reduce radar cross-section, and a new radar with 360-degree early warning sensors. Despite skepticism, U.S. General Kenneth Wilsbach acknowledged the J-20's impressive features after encounters over the South China Sea. While not on par with the F-22 in various aspects, it is far from being a bad aircraft. China is rapidly acquiring them, with over 150 in service since 2017, and even a 2-seater variant was introduced in 2022. If they continue to improve, the J-20 could have a bright future as a formidable asset in China's Air Force. With China creating an aircraft as good as the J-20 against all odds, they will be creating something much better now that they have more technological know-how about aerial weapons. They are investing in technology starting from their use of composite materials. By replacing metal with lightweight composites, Chinese jets are getting lighter, more agile, and boasting a higher thrust-to-weight ratio. This is giving them an edge in performance over their Russian counterparts, and now they are coming for the US. When it comes to radar, China's making strides as well. Active Electronically Scanned Array (AESA) radar technology is the gold standard now, and China is incorporating this tech into its fighters, enhancing their capabilities. Stealth technology copied from US fighters is also in the mix. China's Chengdu J-20 is its first operational fifth-generation stealth fighter. Long-range air-to-air missiles are vital for modern warfare, and the Chinese have been developing potent missiles that rival the best in the world. They're packing in technology that can engage targets from afar, faster and more resilient against decoys and jamming. They are also investing in precision-guided weapons that are changing the game of aerial warfare. China's investing in systems that deliver accurate hits with fewer munitions. China now has a wide range of reconnaissance and combat drones too, just like the US is planning with its NGAD fighter jets. Considering why it was the F-35 and F-22 jets the Chinese decided to copy for their J-20 jets, the reason is not far-fetched. The quest for a stealth fighter capable of operating in confined spaces has spanned decades, and Lockheed Martin started developing experimental vertical takeoff and landing fighters as far back as 1954. One iconic example was the Harrier, which achieved this engineering feat. Despite its innovative technology, the Harrier had its flaws. During vertical landings, it would often roll due to turbulence caused by its downward airflow. The solution was a small roll control nozzle on each wing, manually operated by the pilot to stabilize the landing. The F-35B, short takeoff, and vertical landing variant marked a significant improvement to this Harrier jet. It combined vertical landing with supersonic speed, resulting in a stealthy, lightning-fast fighter capable of carrying modern weaponry. However, there are different other F-35 variants. There are 3 single-seat variants. The F-35A for conventional takeoff and landing, tailored for the U.S. Air Force and allied nations. The F-35B for short takeoff and vertical landing, meeting the needs of the U.S. Marine Corps, and the F-35C, developed for carrier operations by the U.S. Navy. The F-35A, with its 25mm internal cannon, replaces aircraft like the F-16 and A-10 Thunderbolt II. The F-35B's takeoff and landing capabilities also enable it to operate from short runways and amphibious assault ship decks. The F-35C, designed for carrier landings, boasts longer wings for slower landing speeds, more robust landing gear, and a larger fuel supply for extended range. Foldable wings make storage aboard ships more convenient. The F-35's internal fuel tanks, totaling 7 to 10, provide the power for its missions. To maintain its stealth, radar-absorbing materials are applied to its surface. Its planform alignment, coupled with its shaping, reduces radar cross-section. Embedded sensors, advanced avionics, and electronic warfare systems enhance its capabilities. The helmet-mounted display system, known as the HMDS, plays a pivotal role in pilot situational awareness too. The integrated digital night vision device enhances visibility in low-light conditions, and the pilot's helmet receives imagery from the aircraft's cameras, allowing them to see through the plane, aiding target acquisition. With all the capabilities of the different F-35 variants, it's no surprise that the Chinese hacked into its data configurations to design their own jet. Going back to the 6th-generation fighter they are planning, the Aviation Industry Corporation of China, AVAC, shared a video featuring CGI concept art of the hypothetical 6th-generation stealth fighter on January 31, 2023. The showcased twin-engine jet fighters boasted distinctive low-reflective diamond-shaped wings reminiscent of Northrop Grumman's YF-23 Black Widow demonstrator fighter. Also noticeable were the blended wing body design and the absence of a traditional tail. Adding to the intrigue, another video from AVAC on February 14th showed a tailless, stealth-optimized airframe undergoing testing in the FL-3 high-speed wind tunnel. While these instances are recent, they're not the only glimpses into China's 6th-generation fighter project. Going back to January 18th, A photo emerged of a tailless fighter on a computer monitor at the China Aeronautical Radio Electronic Research Institute. This aligns with a mysterious tailless demonstrator or mock-up observed in a satellite image of the Chengdu Aircraft Corporation factory in October 2021. Chengdu Aircraft Corporation is known for producing the J-20 stealth fighter. It's a significant detail because, like the J-20, the sixth-generation fighter is expected to prioritize stealthy designs while enhancing range and payload capacity. These capabilities are crucial in a hypothetical conflict between the US and China, where aircraft capable of long-distance travel would play a pivotal role. Comparing the sixth-generation fighters from both countries reveals notable similarities. In 2022, U.S. Air Combat Commander General Mark Kelly pointed out that China's sixth-generation fighter concept seemed aligned with the American vision. This prompted General Kelly to underscore the urgency of the U.S. Air Force's NGAD program, aiming to field the NGAD fighter by 2030. China's rapid progress suggests they are also moving swiftly, if not faster, with their sixth-generation endeavor. This rivalry extends beyond just fighter jets. Both countries' sixth-generation programs encompass a range of systems, including drones, sensors, communications architecture, and weapons. These efforts revolve around a central focus on the manned fighter, which, interestingly, features a tailless design in both cases. To manage stability in tailless aircraft, both China and the U.S. will rely on computer-assisted fly-by-wire systems. China might explore additional mechanisms for stability, such as split brake flaps and thrust vectoring engines. In the domain of stealth, the U.S. maintains an edge due to its historical involvement in pioneering stealth technology. However, both countries are capitalizing on technological advancements to shape their respective sixth-generation fighters. The NGAD program by the U.S. leads the pack, harnessing three key advancements. First, its groundbreaking triangular design and absence of traditional vertical stabilizers maximize stealth. Second, advanced sensors grant the NGAD fighter unparalleled awareness and connectivity across the fleet. Lastly, the open architecture of the NGAD fighter facilitates swift adaptability and upgrades, ensuring it remains at the cutting edge. This ongoing race for air dominance presents intriguing prospects. The NGAD fighter, with its array of advanced technology, stands poised to secure air superiority for the U.S., even in the most challenging scenarios. However, apart from China's J-28 fighter, there's the Fire Dragon multi-role fighter, yet another sixth-generation endeavor by China, operating under the codename Fire Dragon. While the J-28 is building its high-altitude, high-speed, full-frequency stealth capabilities, the Fire Dragon multi-role fighter takes things up a notch with advanced aerodynamics, a novel control system, and significantly improved airborne radar abilities, empowering it to engage ground targets effectively. Adding to the flair, this aircraft flaunts super maneuverability, including the daring Pugachev Cobra maneuver. This not only expands its air weapon capabilities, but also grants it the edge in neutralizing enemy fighter attacks and making a quick escape from harm's way. Behind these strides in aircraft development lies an intriguing factor. It's reported that several top Russian scientists have migrated to China, contributing to these significant achievements. The Chinese's growing ambitions extend beyond our planet's confines, too. They're eyeing the placement of nuclear weapons in Jupiter's atmosphere and envision aircraft carriers equipped with nuclear strike capabilities in Saturn's rings, effectively making the entire solar system their potential target range. Again, the J-28 is armed with a potent laser weapon capable of melting nuclear missiles launched from any planet or satellite within our solar system. And it is so swift that even if it misses intercepting a missile on the first try, it can catch up and pursue it. All in all, China's aviation research is certainly pushing the boundaries of technological innovation and crafting planes with astounding capabilities. Of course, billions of dollars are going into these developments, but the Chinese government is rich enough, as they have been planning this for years. The United States has a perspective that adds another layer of urgency to China's fighter jet development endeavors. It's speculated that one driving factor behind China's accelerated pace is its potential plans to take control of Taiwan in the near future. The recent Russian-Ukrainian conflict has spotlighted certain vulnerabilities within the US's defense strategies, and China might be capitalizing on these revelations. This geopolitical situation is like a wake-up call for the US military, prompting them to shore up their capabilities. The goal is clearly to produce more munitions and enhance their aerial technologies. By doing so, the US aims to serve as a deterrent against the emergence of any conflicts among nations. Their objective is either to foster a positive relationship with China as an ally, or demonstrate unequivocally that the US remains a formidable force, regardless of the technological advancements being pursued by other countries. As sixth-generation fighters take center stage in these developments, they'll reshape defense strategies. These planes have the power to revolutionize air warfare with their speed, stealth, and AI capabilities. However, this technological advancement comes with some other environmental and ethical considerations. The environmental impact of these high-speed aircraft and the increasing role of AI in combat raises important questions. There may be other sources of energy powering the aircraft, but there haven't been major conversations about this consideration yet. Thank you for watching. While you're still here, check out another one of our interesting videos by clicking on the link appearing on your screen. See you there.